Welcome to Election Day. This is Reese and it's Back Porch News, and today we are going to take a little bit of a detour from the usual. We are going to give Kamala Harris, the head of the Country Over Party, one more chance to give her very best defenses, bolstered by some of her most articulate and thoughtful supporters, and it starts now.
I think Kamala Harris needs a catchphrase.
Ooh, yes, definitely a catchphrase.
How about this? Kamala Harris down with democracy.
Was democracy best served by President Biden stepping down and basically handing you a nomination?
Down with democracy.
Down with democracy.
You didn't have to go through a primary process. You didn't have to fight off other contenders. That's not really the way our system was intended to work.
Kamala Harris down with democracy.
They don't really know who you are.
Look, I've been in this race for 70 days.
Yeah, together we're gonna tear down democracy.
Well, if anything, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
Look, you all know it. We can't have 4 more years of this. We won't have 4 more years of it. We won't.
We are turning the page!
But pardon me, Madam Vice President, the question was, how are you going to pay for it?
Well, one of the things is I'm going to make sure that the richest among us who can afford it pay their fair share in taxes.
Expanding that child tax credit, or you mentioned housing before, giving that extra money for a first home. If you can't raise corporate taxes, or if GOP takes control of the Senate, where do you get the money to do that? Do you still go forward with those plans and borrow?
Well, but we're going to have to raise corporate taxes.
But we're dealing with the real world here.
But the real world includes...
How are you going to get this through Congress?
Down with democracy.
Down with democracy.
We can't afford 4 more years.
Well, I have to say I can't agree with Tim Walz more. We really can't afford 4 more years. Kamala Harris saying the quiet part out loud, I had to share it. If you are an American citizen, get out there and vote. And remember, we've already had 4 years. We really can't afford 4 more. We'll catch you next time on Back Porch News.